So, good afternoon, James. Thank you for welcoming me in ChamSys. So it's my first visit here. We've been distributing ChamSys for the past 2-3 years. So I would like you to introduce a little bit about the company, what you do in yourself as well, what's your position, what's your role, and general overview.
So my name is James, and as you introduced, I'm the product and support manager at ChamSys. I've been at the company for 11 years, but the ChamSys, the company has been going for 21 years. It started here in Southampton. Started with Chris and George as the two directors of the company. We've been part of a Chauvet group of companies for 6 years now. We started with our core business now, which is lighting controllers, but over the last years of development, we now have products like QuickQ, which pushes into different markets, and more recently genetics. So very much focused on lighting control and distribution with network products as well.
What would you say is the advantage of ChamSys versus other brands on lighting control?
So versus other brands, I mean, for me, what got me into ChamSys, so I come from a lighting background. I was a lighting operator myself before starting at ChamSys, was that ChamSys listened to its users, its customers. So we do regularly get our staff to try and use the consoles, go and operate shows, and we have a good number of our teams, from our customer support teams through to the software teams, that actually do operate shows themselves in their own work, but also in how we develop our products. So we don't come out of a product and say, here you go customers, this is how you use it. We do regular interactions with our customers worldwide, where we'll have product meetings with them and ask them, well, look, how would you like to use the console? What do you think about this feature? And that helps guide what we do as well. We don't separate things like our software team from our customers. We have things like our public bug tracker, which is used for customers to, they can report bugs, but they can also request features of the software. Anyone around the world, any customer, doesn't matter who you are, can go in there and you can request features in the software, and you have direct interaction with our developers there. We don't put a block or a layer between them.
That's very interesting. This is a very important thing. Like, you are listening to the client, you're listening to the customers, and implementing those features with sometimes not additional cost. Like, the next firmware release, the most requested items are these 10. Let's implement them. So when you buy the controller, you can really use it for a long time, because you keep adding features to it based on what the clients request. And I think that's a great point from the investment perspective. So whoever who buys the mixer knows that it's going to be supported for the long run, and they can really sort of custom request those.
Yeah, and that's we have a product, the whole breadth. But you're right, from our team here. So when I started with ChamSys 11 years ago, we were a small team of 14. We're still a fairly small team, but we're much bigger now. We're up to just over 50 full-time employees within ChamSys, and that's split across the business. As you mentioned, all of our MagicQ consoles, they're assembled here in Southampton. But all of our products are R&D'd by ChamSys. So we have in-house from the ground up, and we do the mechanical design, the electronic design, all the firmware for the product, the software. That's all done in-house by our teams here. We also have testing and integrations team, which are responsible then for being the filter then before we have product, and even new software or firmware releases go to our customers. They're there to make sure they test it, etc. We do have things like our public beta program, where we invite any of our end users can access our beta software. We would always recommend that, of course, our users run stable software in shows, but we have a beta software, which is exactly for that. We want our customers to try it and give us feedback on that feature. Maybe there's something else we can do to make that feature even better before it becomes in our stable software. So we very much like to have engagement from our customers for that whole journey there. With our manufacturing in the UK, gives us good control on the product, allows us to set a good QC and good standard for how we expect our product to land in the hands of our customers. In terms of how we design product, we will try and use common parts where we can, so things like encoder parts. So the encoders in this console we're sitting in front of right now, this is our MQ70 console. The encoders in this console, we would try and use that in other consoles. So for people like our distributors and service centres around the world, we try and think about them being able to stock parts and making that easy to service in our console. We've also, in design of our consoles, we try to limit things like cable connectors, which can be a weak point inside the console.
I saw that when you showed me back around the facilities, how large boards and pretty much no cable connection between the parts, the different parts, the GPU, the CPU. So it's quite impressive the job that you're putting together.
Yeah, and on the Magic U end, we will use high quality locking connectors on there for things like our network with DMX, etc. We'll use industrial power supplies that are designed so the console can be run in the typical environments you would find the lighting controller.
I would like to ask you how you feel, because perhaps 11 years ago when you came to the company and now company is quite rather accepted, and you can see I can see around the building all these great pictures of the consoles being used in really large tours. Yeah. How do you feel about that progression, that evolution? And I think it's going to be more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's great to see, and through that time we see our users progressing as well. Users that would start with Magic DMX, which we sell for 10, 15 euro dongle. We give them to students who are on lighting courses, and we see those students progress. Maybe they move into a compact Connect, into a compact console, and now they're stadium tours with stadium consoles. So it's nice to see not just the application of where the console is, but also the users who have been on the journey with ChamSys progress as well.
That's very interesting. And also I really like to see, and I also saw during this trip and many other manufacturers, that you are expanding, you are growing, and you mentioned that next year probably you will have, you're going to have large facilities, large building, and also more members of the team, I guess. I hope you can remember all the names of everyone. So how does it feel as well, like coming, when you came here, 14 people, and all the way to probably like you told me 60, 70?
Around 50 people were,
But probably when after you move there, you start to add more R&D team, more product support. How does it feel to see the company growing?
It's great to see the business grow, but also see the passion of the people we have working for the business in all the different departments, and see how they move within the business as well over time. And as we've met people going around the office today who have been with the business equally as long, who maybe started in production, have moved into support, and now take more of a lead role and have staff under them now as well. It's very nice to see progression of people within the business as well.
That's very nice. You also mentioned something very interesting, which is that within the product range, pretty much it's all split equally across the board in terms of revenue, you would say, means that you are pretty much doing everything from really large tours to a really small bar installation or club or hotel to full control.
Yeah, it's a very diverse company in the product we offer.
A really wide variety of wide range of product. Like nobody else.
Not just from the cost side, from the Magic DMX all the way up to MQ500M Plus, which is 400 universes direct out of the console, but in the product sector. So we've got Magic Q, which is our more fully featured product. But we also have Quick Q, which is our simple, more intuitive product, which is designed for the non-full-time lighting operator. So it's very popular in the education market, in a small theatre, where you maybe have volunteers, or the house of worship or church market, where you have someone who maybe only comes in on a Sunday to operate the console, or is there with a small theatre group. So it's intuitive at Quick Q. It's built around that if you can really operate a smartphone, you should be able to operate the Quick Q console. You don't need to do days of training to use a Quick Q console. You should be able to walk up, and the home screen is a visual layout. You can arrange your fixtures as they are in the rig, so you can walk up to it and go, okay, well, I want that light, and I want to make it do this. It's intuitive to use the console. So we have a broad range of product for all different sectors.
So how much importance would you give to education and training in general on what the core business of the
very
company?
Important part, and to reach our users globally. We've worked over the last few years particularly hard on other avenues of training, not just the in-person training, which is very important, but online training. We run every week online. We do training courses in Magic Q, in the basics, in Quick Q, and we run monthly special topics, and they're run as an interactive training course, as a live training course with some of our global training team. They're free. We don't charge for the online training courses. Anyone can join those courses and ask questions, interact with our trainers there. We also have a big library of YouTube type tutorial videos, which go and find online. We add to those regularly. In fact, every month we put out normally between 5 to 10 YouTube videos a month. of new features of the console or refreshing functionality there. So training is very important, especially for students, as you mentioned as well. So we do the Magic DMX interfaces. So simple USB DMX. They're great for people to learn the product with, and that's how I started with Magic Key when I was a student. I got myself the 10, 15 euro Magic DMX, which got me hooked in the software. I then spent some of my student money on buying a PC wing, and then progressed. And here I am, working at ChamSys now. But now for students worldwide, if you're on a full-time lighting course, so maybe at university or college, full-time studying entertainment lighting, we offer the Magic DMX free of charge for you.
So something to note.
Yeah. So all you need to do is have your university lecturer or professor. There's a form you can find on the Magic DMX product page. They fill out that form with the student details. They send it to our dealers or distributors, who then forward it to us, and we provide the Magic DMXs for free for the students.
That's very good.
We have in the UK a good number of university establishments that every year their new students will sign up, and we give them for free their Magic DMX interfaces.
That's very, very, very good. Yeah. And I think it's reflecting a little bit of a modern approach on how to do business, especially manufacturing. I think that so many products out there in the market nowadays, and so many new manufacturers, many of them sometimes is just, okay, this is it, take it, and take it and leave me. So that kind of trip that you start with by giving somebody a dongle and maybe get engaged in your student age to all the way up to be, I don't know, behind a lighting design and control for a large tour, or working as a product specialist manager in
there's many avenues, and I wouldn't have thought 11 years ago that I'd be managing the product and support teams here and sort of responsible for the development of the ChamSys products and software.
That's amazing.
But it's a great company to work for, and very enthusiastic to see where we go next in the future.
How has been the integration with Chauvet? Because obviously sometimes when these things happen, things tend to go sideways. I think that there's a lot of synergy between Chauvet Group and by bringing ChamSys, I think it's a win-win situation. Win for both brands, also win for the clients, whether distributors or users, because get reinforced, and also you get a wide variety of lighting fixtures that you will have immediate support and really good control straight away from the board. How do you see this integration?
It's a very good synergy, and obviously we have the lighting control side and they have the lighting fixture side, so together it's a full package option.
Yes.
But actually in terms of the two companies, we bring a lot to each other. For example, with the fun of things that in Europe Brexit causes us, we'll show they have a distribution hub in Belgium. That's great, because it now means we can stock our product that we build here in Southampton and bulk ship over to Belgium, and our European distributors can benefit that they can pick it up from the hub there without the pain that Brexit causes there. So there's a lot of synergies and a lot of working together with the two companies in different countries and distribution, where we can both help each other out there. And Chauvet are very supportive of wanting to see ChamSys grow as a leader, or the leading lighting controller out there, certainly with the breadth of the product that we've got from the different market sectors, from not just in the live event market, but covering all of the markets, and covering that well.
Three most fundamental things, which is great engineering and passion for what you're doing. I think can feel already in the building. Although I didn't meet everyone on the team, today is Friday. I came a little bit last day of the week with everyone already perhaps leaving to spend the weekend, but can see by talking to you, like, there's a lot of passion, a lot of energy on developing the products. But the few people I spoke with, or the people I saw on the assembly line, you can feel that already. So that's great. The education to the market and education to the client. And I think also financially, the ability to develop all this, but also have a large range of products covering different markets. That obviously you need a lot of financial to do this as well, but also it reverts on good stream of revenue, because you are not just looking after pretty much every vertical market. So
and we've got some very exciting products in our pipeline coming up for the next year and beyond, constantly looking at how we can improve existing products, but look at the market and look where there's a gap in the market. Products like our genetics products, bringing these to market. We started shipping the genetics products this year. Yes, they're ArtNet and DMX nodes and network switches, but when you look at the feature set of these products, to do so much more than many other products that are on the market. We were talking earlier about how all of the genetics nodes have the ability to store things like scenes inside them. So I could take something like my GN5 or 10 node, and it can be used as a standalone controller. It can snapshot and store 10 scenes. It can integrate with existing products like our 10 scene wall plates. So it can be used as a simple, almost house-like control system. Then it can also be used as your ArtNet DMX node with a console. But that works on the install market. But equally, it's at home on the rock and roll market. It ships in a nice carry case for a lighting designer to have in their production or tool case. It has features like MIDI and timecode, where maybe the GM5 is used by a touring lighting designer with their floor package. They take it with them. Maybe they want to take timecode or MIDI from the artist on stage, so they can take LTC MIDI timecode in on the stage and send it back over the network to the console. Actually, when taking timecode in, you could take LTC or MIDI timecode in, and you have a choice to send it via either CamNet, our proprietary protocol, or via the open ArtNet timecode protocol. So it can send the ArtNet timecode to any console that supports that. So we're very open. We're looking at a product that it's not pigeonholed to a sector. The genetics nodes are at home on the live event market, in the installation market, in the broadcast markets, and there's features which are there for those individual markets, and we very much listen to feedback from our customers. Again, on the install market, things like RDM. Yes, they support RDM, but we've implemented a read-only mode, again, for an installation. Yes, I want a touring lighting designer, maybe it's in a theatre, to come in and use RDM to automatically patch their console and discover, but I don't want them changing the address of my fixture. So we have a lockout mode, which allows them to read the data, but not change the data. So there's lots of clever thinking about the different market sectors, and what we have the idea behind some of these features, we can only do with the feedback and interaction that we have from our dealers, distributors, end users who are helping to give us feedback as we develop product.
So that's great. I mean, I think that by bringing new products and innovative products that nobody is doing, and also having this wide range of products, and saying, keep doing the R&D, expanding the team, the passion building there, quality as well, because cannot forget that it still is a made in UK products. When people are buying for the same price, they're buying rip-off of other brands. It's a little bit sad to see. So I think that all the ingredients are there for success, and I think you can see the company coming stronger and stronger, especially on riders and large concerts. So we're very happy as well with it. We need to do more trainings in Thailand, so I have to talk to Bon and the team to start to prepare. I would like to invite you to come to Thailand anytime if you have time.
We'd love to, and we'd certainly love to support yourself and our global distributor network with training, where we have members of our training team around the world, or product team, that we like to come out and visit and see our dealers and distributors and meet the customers as well, and understand the different markets globally. It's very important to the business, so we'd love to come and visit you at some point.
And I think especially lighting, it changes. Well, I mean, you have your rental house, but you have the installation, but then within the installation there's so many variety, depends on the country. Some countries have church, especially in Asia, right? Like some countries has churches, some other don't, and so it's good to come and see. So I think that's pretty much all. You want to add anything else from your side?
I think we've covered a good range of what ChamSys does as a business. I guess another thing we should talk about is support for the product out there. So we cover the training side, both pre and post sale, not just up to the point of sale, but post sale. That training and journey continues, and that our support is key to the business as well. So we offer, ChamSys, the team. We have a team here in the UK, but we have support in our home offices in Europe and also in the Americas as well, in North and South America. So that means that already at the moment we provide general phone support during our global office hours, and actually we cover most of the clock and time zones via that. But even outside of that, we offer 24/7 support for our customers. So any customer who maybe they're about 5 minutes before doors, they're having that mental block, they need some help, they can call us, and we offer support over the phone for our customers.
That's very good.
As we design our console, we design them for serviceability, but also long-time support. We want our distributors and customers to have a good life cycle of the product, and you'll see on products we often offer upgrade as well. So if you take our flagship product, our MQ500M Plus, well, that started life as the MQ500. Then a few years later, we introduced the MQ500M, and this year the MQ500M Plus. Well, people who have invested in our top-level console, they invested in the MQ500. We provided an upgrade kit where they could do the motorization upgrade, so they can upgrade their console to the 500M spec. Well, the same on the 500M Plus. An MQ500 customer, that one who upgraded to the M, can now upgrade their console to the M Plus as well. So sustainability of the console. So we should mention that
long-term, once-time investment, and really keep running for long.
Particularly
long
at that top level. So you want value from your product, and that's something that's important to us as well.
Yeah. Well, those are very two important topics, which is customer service, we forgot to mention, and obviously the service and support on the long run, and the possibility to keep upgrading the machines. Well, I think we covered pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for welcoming me, even it's like a short time, short notice.
No, well, thank you very much for coming to visit. You're very welcome here today, and anytime you're in the UK.
Hopefully next year I can come back again and see the new facilities,
the
new demo room, fill up of show air, lighting fixtures, and also ChamSys controller there. Thank you so much, James.
No problem at all.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
thank you. As we say in Thailand, thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.